Field. We have one speaker, that will be Lawrence. He will be speaking from Company Communicator. His speech will be, organize your speech. With a strong opening and conclusion, outline that can be followed and understood, clear message with supporting material, appropriate transitions. Table topic will be handled by Mark DeVoe. General evaluator will be Cody. The timer will be Justin. And Justin will also be acting as the grammarian. What is the word of the day, grammarian?
The word of the day is acronym. Anachronism. Ah, thank you. That makes a lot more sense now that you pronounce it that way. Something or someone that is not correct historical or chronological time. An error in chronology in which a person, object, event is assigned to a date, period, other than the correct one.
Okay, thank you. Okay. No further ado, we're going to move into our education portion of the meeting. First speaker will be Lawrence. Lawrence is a long-time Toastmaster. He is a company. What's your designation?
Silver.
He's a silver.
Bronze? Yeah.
Yes, he's a very knowledgeable speaker. He's going to be speaking to us tonight about what's your topic, Lawrence?
The continual blessings of life.
Continual blessings of life. Look forward to it. All right. Very good.
Thank you. Good evening. Life is a continual blessing. My fellow Toastmasters, we were born into this world through our parents. Then we were brought by our parents to a point that we could care for ourselves. At what point do we start to pay our parents back for all that they've given us? Well, my friends, the fact is, we can't pay our parents back. As we move through life, we are constantly given more blessings because our parents sacrificed so much for us. How could we ever pay that back? As I said, we cannot. The world was not set up so that the children can pay the parents back. The world was set up so that each generation, as we move forward, pays that blessing from their parents forward to their children and to anyone else they interact with throughout society. Is there a timer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry. So every time we share our experience with someone, then we are paying the blessings from our parents forward. Every time we bring joy to someone's life, we are paying the joy from our parents forward to someone else. So, how does a parent feel when a child has reached a level of accomplishment? They feel overjoyed. They feel like their life has been fulfilled through that child. They feel great joy in what their children achieve. So that's the blessing that children are able to give parents. Who is happier at the wedding? The happy couple or the parents of the happy couple? Well, me, I'm kind of thinking the parents are probably more happy. The kids are gone now, woohoo! But no, actually the parents are more happy. They're happy that the love that they gave their child is being shared with another person. They're happy that the possibility that the love of the two children together will create grandchildren and carry that blessing into another generation. We are supposed to move forward, not to move backwards. By taking the love that we are given and passing it on to our children, to others, we are actually giving back to our parents. It's been proven that energy does not dissipate. Energy does not disappear. It constantly is moving in some way. So the energy that your parents give to us has got to move through us to the next and future generations. When we share the love energy that we receive from our parents, we transform those around us with that love. This is a blessing to the parents. All right? This is a blessing to the universe. Now, they say that the universe started out as a little speck, smaller than the dot at the end of a sentence in the most smallest book that you can find. In fact, there's some that say it actually created it from nothing. It is expanded out to as much as it is today. So energy doesn't just stop. It continues to grow and expand and grow. I believe that love energy is the same way. If you believe the theories of most religions, all of mankind came from one couple. If you believe scientific evidence, all women have the same DNA from one single woman. So, the love energy that has been created through that couple or that person at the beginning of history has expanded to all mankind. In the 80s, as a new parent, I began to study more and more about business and success. Interestingly, what was said on stage and in the books and everything I studied also aligned with that same thought. A thought, an idea, it comes out, it's shared, it grows. Other people get involved in it, and eventually it becomes a great movement, like Toastmasters has become a great movement from a single man. So, if I had to ask the same of all of you, I think that we would all agree that the greatest blessing that we could give to our parents and to those who have given so much to us is to take what they've given and bring it forward to everyone that we meet. Mr. Toastmaster.
Continual blessings. Good topic. Always, this time of year is a good time to think about the blessings that we have. At this time, we're going to move into table topics. We'll be led into table topics by Mark DeVoe.
All right. Thanks, Julius. And so the way I'd like to work it is as you give your table topic, just remain at the lectern until the next speaker comes up, so we can have a transition. And what I'd like to do is just sort of go around the room. So we'll start with you, Julius.
Okay.
And I've got enough for 2 rounds, and I think we've got time for 2 rounds.
Yes.
So in this first round, this will be the beginning of everybody's question. In this first round, you've received an email from a Nigerian prince that has promised to give you $500 million. And believe it or not, you don't have to do anything but send him your email and reply. And $500 million shows up in your bank account the next week. So now that you've got $500 million and it turns out it's legit, how are you going to, what is your response going to be? If you had that much money, what kind of job would you do?
Mr. Topic Master, if I had $500 million sent to me through an email, what I would do is realize that, because I've got a lot of those others before. When they say, hey, we'll send you $500 million, all you have to do is send us $200. But in this case, it's real. So I got my $500 million. Now my job is to pay it forward. My job is to pay it forward. Everybody that I feel is worthy of receiving some money, like scholarships, like building homes for the homeless. That would be my job. My job is to be the ambassador for the needy, for the deserving, for all those who need what I have to offer. That's my job, and I take my job serious. I'm going to go out and search for these people. I'm going to not ask them to send me information. I'm going to go find these people because I got money. I can do what I want to do. I will go find the needy. I will pay it forward as many times as I can, because what is money for if you're not going to spend it? Well, Mr. Topic Master. All right.
All right. So who's next?
I guess I'm next.
All right.
Seem to be
You'll
time.
relieve Julius from his position at the lectern.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You've just got $500 million in your account. You can have a house anywhere. Where would you buy your house? Where would your house be?
So fellow Toastmasters, I've got good news. I just received a $500 million deposit into my bank account from a Nigerian prince on an email I answered. We've all heard that email before, and it turns out it is true. So I encourage you all to respond to that email if you're fortunate enough to receive that. So with my $500 million, I'm gonna pick out a nice place to live. With that amount of money, I think I can afford to live underwater. So I'm going to build a submarine house, and I'm going to put it in the Caribbean, probably off of Bonaire, someplace with a really nice reef, nice warm place, and I'm going to live in my underwater house, my submarine house in Bonaire. Mr. Toastmaster.
Up there until our next speaker gets up. And so who's our next speaker? All right. You just got $500 million deposited in your account. You could travel anywhere in the world. Where would you go?
Sounds like everyone that's having a good day receiving $500 million. It's a pretty good blessing to have. So I could travel anywhere in the world with my $500 million. I would probably go to New Zealand. I wanted to travel to New Zealand. I wouldn't really need a ton of money to do the trip I want. I want to rent a bus with some of my friends and just drive around the countryside, see what New Zealand has to offer. But with the 500 million, I wouldn't have to work anymore, so I can extend the trip a little longer and think about what I want to do when I get back. How am I going to invest this 500 million to maximize my profits and be able to continue doing some traveling around the world. So I would go to New Zealand if I was able to receive $500 million today. Thank you.
All All right, who's next?
Right here.
Maurice.
Maurice. Maurice, you've got $500 million. What's the most lavish luxury item that you would buy?
Fellow Toastmasters, I have just received $500 million. And the question is, what would be the most lavish thing that I would buy? There are a few things, but you asked for one thing. I think that one lavish thing that I would get, I'll go to the Seattle, Washington area, and I will kick the gates out of their house.
Okay.
And that house will be mine. And I hope it has all the things that Bill Gates had throughout his Microsoft history, from his little, I don't know what type of old computer that he had, but all the things that he had throughout his history as being the head of Microsoft, ever since he started Microsoft in his garage, in his parents' garage, or at college, or wherever. So the most lavish thing that I would get is Bill Gates' house. Topic master.
Lawrence, are you going to do table topics?
Okay.
All right. Well, Maurice sort of answered what I'm going to ask you. With $500 million, you can hire people to do dirty deeds. What would be the expensive dirty deed that you would have somebody do on your behalf?
Mr. Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, I just received $500 million. Now I have the opportunity to do anything that I want. I'm going to buy an apartment complex. I'm going to rent an airplane and take 100 of my favorite friends on a round-trip tour of the entire world, stopping at every single country along the way. But I have the opportunity also to do whatever else I want to do. I can do any other nasty little trick that I want to do, because I'm sure I can find somebody willing to do something with that, with a little bit of money I could give him. So I think that what I would do if I had have somebody do the dirty business is I would hire someone to make sure that all the streets in my hometown were clean. Mr. Topic Master.
All right. So, Julius, you got another email from a Nigerian prince promising you another $500 million. You click on the link that's in the email, and then you notice that all of your bank accounts have been zeroed out. All of your credit cards are now maxed out. Your 401k has gone to zero. So what's your response going to be as far as you now have no money? So where do you think you'll end up living?
Okay. All right. So the Topic Master. Strangely enough, I thought that would happen. I knew something was funny about that email, and that's the outcome. Now I'm without my money. I don't have any money in my bank account, not to like experiences I've had in my life before. So there's nothing new. There's nothing amazing. You know, we're not having some money. What is that? So I don't have any money. Now I've got to find out where I'm going to live. I could go live with Maurice. He's in Washington. I could take a plane trip with Lawrence. He's gonna take me around the world. Justin, What is Justin? Justin said he was going to live under the water. I've never lived under the water. I'd love to live under the water. Wow, that sounds like a great place. It's not a nasturistic, because that's futuristic.
Anachronistic.
It's not anachronistic, it's futuristic. So I would take that as well. Put that down for the word of the day. But yes, the amount of money, but I've got to, that's why I said when you have a lot of money, you have to become more creative. And that's what I would do. It will allow me to become more creative, find people who will be willing to help me in my time of need. So yes, then I really find out who my friends are. So I look forward to not having money, because it gives you an opportunity to really find out what you're made out of. Mr. Toastmaster.
All right. Well, since you have no money coming in, what would be the first bill that you just stop paying?
Justin.
You don't have enough money to pay all your bills, so what's the first bill that you stop paying?
All right. No more escorts. All right, there you go.
Fellow Toastmasters, I've got bad news. I know earlier I suggested that you respond to that email from the prince regarding the $5 million. It turns out that was a bad call, and I've lost all my funds because I was greedy and I was going to shoot for the additional $500 million. So now I'm penniless, I'm destitute. I'm sorry, I forgot what
The bill.
the first bill that I'm not going to pay. I mean, I don't have any cash, so I have to prioritize where I'm going to spend the money I don't have. So the first bill that I'm going to not pay is to Comcast. Because they have the worst customer service I've ever experienced. I have an absolute axe to grind with that company, and I'll be very pleased to not pay Comcast. Fellow Toastmasters.
All right. What's the last bill that you'll stop paying on? It's the absolutely last thing. You just have to keep paying it as long as you can.
Fellow Toastmasters, I went from top of the world to officially rock bottom. I have no money. So I've cut out my Netflix, I've cut out my car payment, I've been riding with friends, and I'm down to the last bill that I have to pay. And that bill is my house. So I would like to keep my house as long as possible. Also, the bank tends to kind of let you slide for a little while, so it was one of the bills that I could kind of hold off and continue to pay. So, you know, I have about a month left before the bank kicks me out of my house, so I'm having a party at the house, and I'm going to go out with a bang. So y'all are all invited to come to my foreclosure party. And it is BYOB. Thank you, Mr. Topmaster.
All right, Maurice, you've lost all your money. Your credit cards are maxed out. You got to start selling stuff on eBay. What's the first thing you sell?
Fellow Toastmasters, Topic Master, I responded to the email and I got duped. Lost all my money. Now I had to sell my things to stay afloat. The first thing that I would sell would be not my car, not my house. I need to travel a little. I need to stay under a roof. I would sell a couple of my computers. And I know the money I get from that won't sustain me for too long. It'll sustain me for maybe a little while. But I would sell a couple computers, and it brings me to an anachronism about the internet and online, and this is a quote, "Don't believe everything that you read on the internet." Abraham Lincoln. Topic master.
All right. Well, Lawrence, what's the last thing you would sell? You'll hold out as long as you can, but when you absolutely have to sell the last item, what would that be?
Mr. Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, I'm so glad that the first thing I did when I got all that money was buy an apartment complex. Because now I have an apartment I can live in and a little bit of income. The second thing that I'm really glad that I did was that I gave somebody some money to do some dirty deeds just in case I needed it. So, when I have to sell something and I've sold everything else, the very last thing that I'm going to sell is, although it may be anachronistic, I'm going to sell the shrunken head of the Prince of Nigeria who duped me with his second email. Mr. Topic Master.
All right. So that is the end of table topics for tonight. So I'll turn.
Those were some good table topics. Yes. Highs and lows. Very good. Now at this time, we'll move into the evaluation portion of the meeting. Will be led by Cody.
Okay, time for the general evaluation. The meeting had 2 5-minute recessions in the beginning, just so we could see if more attendance came, and just to go over the only speech that we had for tonight. I thought the table topics went pretty well. We had some highs and lows, went from the top of the world to rock bottom, interesting, funny. So that was good. And I will go into the first evaluation of Lawrence's speech. So he did speech number 2 in the Competent Communicator, organize your speech. As for the speech value, I thought it deserved a 5. It was interesting and motivational. It was preparation, well prepared. Organization was good, it was logical, it made sense, had a clear opening. The body flowed pretty smoothly. Got a little lost in some parts, but he tied it back in. The conclusion was good. He brought the main point back and finished strong. The conclusion had good transitions. What I liked about the speech was that it was very energetic, passionate. You always use great body language and good voice inflection. Felt comfortable with the speech and the speaker. Things that could have done differently to make the speech more effective. Like I was saying, I got a little bit distracted in the universe part. Just kind of forgot what the purpose was, but you did tie it back in that portion of the speech. And so overall, I thought it was really good. Definitely is something that I don't really think about, and I should probably think about what my parents have done for me, and how can I pay them back by paying it forward. So yeah, overall it was a really good speech. Thank you for sharing that tonight. And now we'll have the timers report.
So for the timing, Lawrence's speech came out at exactly 7 minutes. On the table topics, Cody came out at around 50 seconds for each of his speeches. Lawrence was at 1:14 and just under a minute. Julius was at 1:12 and 1:27. Maurice at 1:20 and 1:27. And then both of my speeches were just a little over 50 seconds. Cody, I heard a few ums and ahs at during your speech at the end, your assessment. I heard some kindness. I know I had several uhs. I just had one a moment ago, but I didn't notice any from anybody else. And the word of the day I heard used 3 times. Lawrence used it, Julius used it, and Maurice used it, unless I missed some. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Justin, for that. So that will end my general evaluation for tonight. I will now relinquish the lectern to the Toastmaster. Thank you.
Did you have an education?
So good job on the evaluation, Cody. That's your first time, son?
I've done it a few times.
I can tell. It looks like you've done it a few times. Good. Right. Now, at this time, we're looking to see if we have an educational overview.
You got anything, Maurice or Mark?
No.
I'll just
Okay.
come from Toastmasters
All right.
magazine.
Okay, Maurice will give us a quick overview.
Okay, for educational overview, it's going to come from the viewpoint. It's the very first page inside the cover of this month's Toastmaster magazine, December 2016. It's entitled, Special Times Need Careful Preparation. With the festive season fast approaching and members around the globe gearing up for vacations and time spent with family and friends, it is often easy to overlook just what goes into making these times so special. Whether we spend holidays with family or friends or even alone, few of us consider the planning, preparation, and team effort required to prepare for these gatherings. We often take such efforts for granted. Food, presents, entertainment, and catering just seem to materialize, and we may think not much effort is needed on our part, yet nothing could be further from the truth. Any special event requires all the participants to play their part for the event to be a success. Your club meetings are also special events that require the same participation. The third commitment of the Toastmasters promise is to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments. Whether your club meets weekly, once every 2 weeks, or in the case of many advanced clubs, monthly, your full involvement is required if it is to deliver the stimulation, opportunities, and enjoyment we all expect on a regular basis from our club. The meeting roles are the framework on which our personal development and satisfaction are dependent. Each role we play, from timer to Toastmaster, from table topics master to grammarian, develops our leadership skills in incremental ways. Each role is important as it ensures the meeting as a whole provides an opportunity for member involvement, growth, and development. Your contribution to club excellence is to prepare to participate fully in whatever role you are assigned. Take on each role with enthusiasm, even if it is not your favorite choice. Learning to successfully undertake any role is great training for life. Few of us get to select every aspect of what we do on a daily basis in our career or as members of our family and community. Why should it be any different in Toastmasters? Prepare and welcome the opportunity to participate fully rather than avoid a role or not give it your wholehearted focus. Imagine what the festive season would be like if no one prepared the traditional feast, brought the expected gifts, organized the entertainment, or made an effort to cater to guests. Your club meetings are your festive events, and their success depends on your commitment to fulfill your responsibility to your fellow members. I wish you all a happy and safe break over the coming weeks, whatever your faith, creed, or culture. I look forward to catching up with you all in the new year. Always remember the member. And this is from Mike Storkey, Distinguished Toastmaster, the International President of Toastmasters.
Instead of sending that letter that Mark said, just send everybody a copy of this.
Yeah, that might even be better. That might even be better, yes indeed.
Okay, Toastmaster.
thank you, Maurice, for that educational overview. Now we will relinquish the election back to the president.
Okay, it is 7:52. Vice President of Education, do you have a partial, at least a partial agenda for next week?
Well, I do. Actually, I have an agenda. I don't think that there's much of it that's been approved through the members. So, takes a second to pull it up, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong page. I have first speaker was me doing my interpersonal communication number 5. Yuling has already agreed to do her speech. She's going to be doing an icebreaker a second time. She wants to do an icebreaker. I have Maurice as a first evaluator, Mark as a second evaluator, Katie as the grammarian, Stephen as table topics, and I don't know how, but or if that's correct, but it does look like he has agreed to do that already. I have Woody as a Toastmaster, and I guess that's everybody. If anybody has, Justin is going to be the general evaluator next week. And other than that, if anybody has anything else they want to add, then please make sure to let me know. And I think that I've already sent out a request for volunteers on the next meeting, which was on the 28th, on the 21st, or something like that. And I believe that the 19th. And I believe the next one after that is going to be non-existent. I don't think we're going to be doing a new anything on the day after Christmas.
26?
Yeah, I think that's the next one, 19 and 20, 24 or 26, whatever it was. Okay? So I do want volunteers for the 19th and the 26th. We do not have a meeting scheduled. And I think I move that we do not have a meeting on the 26th.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those
Opposed?
opposed?
No, nobody's opposed.
No, he's putting it down for a speech on the 19th. Speech on the 19th?
You want to do a speech on the 19th?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be my field one out of that same book.
Okay. Okay, can you get on there and put it in, or do you want me to? I will do my best to get it in there. Okay, on the 19th for Julius.
I'll load one on the 19th also.
Oh, well, how exciting is that? The J&J on the 19th. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Are you gonna just do the next one in your book, or are you gonna skip around?
I'm just going to do the next one on the book.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, if there is nothing else, we will adjourn the meeting. And I don't believe, well, because of the Christmas decorations, I don't know, I probably won't put the banner up for the rest of the month.
Okay. All right.
Okay. See you guys next time.
All right. See you. Enjoy your other meeting next week. I'm presuming that's what you're going to be doing.
If not, I'll come by this way.
Good table topics, Mark.
Next week.
Thank you.
Next week.
This guy.
All right, see you.
That's the movie, his name is Desmond Doss in World War II. He was a conscientious objector. He served in the war, but he didn't have a weapon.
Wow, that's crazy. All right.
Oh,
Should I leave this check or should I hold on to this check?
I'll hold on to it.
Okay,
Until I see Peter.
then I can say I've paid.
yes, you can say you paid.
Yes.
Now,
Nobody's has a second. Probably have to be two.
you don't have a credit card, do
You gotta
you?
have a name on it.
I do, yes.
If you want, you
Oh,
can rip that, void that,
If
you
you
can just
get
put
in-
it in on a credit card.
Yeah, I
Let's see if we can do that.
If you can get in that.
Let me see if I can do that. If I can do that, we'll save,
See you guys.
we'll
See
save
you in
all
2
the
weeks.
hassle.
Easy, Cody. All right.
That's some code.
Have a good
If I
hike.
can't, I'll make sure to get it to Keith.
Oh, okay.
Okay, or I'll go put it in myself, either way. Okay, and we will go back here to Hilltoppers. We'll pay for, where is it? Pub meeting, pay dues, there we are.
Yeah, Woody's the only one left who hasn't paid his international
Oh, yeah.
dues.
In the future, submit. And let's see now, Justin. Justin Charles. Okay. 43, 45 it says.
That's fine. There was a $2 credit, but I think I can waive the $2 credit. I think I can survive it.
Okay, is that okay, well, we can, we'll put the $2 credit on our club account.
That's fine.
Okay, and then if you want to put in your card information,
I can
right here, and that will. And when it asks, say no. We don't want to remember those numbers.
You could buy some stuff
Oh,
online.
yeah, that's right. I could go to Nigeria.
Yeah. Thank you for setting this up.
Hey, you guys can come in.
What's that?
Oh, there's some guys coming in. Oh, you guys wanted to come in?
Yeah, I'm sorry, we don't interrupt.
Oh, no, we just
We're done.
we ended our meeting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw some people walking out, so I asked them, so y'all done? Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
We
We're
just had
just-
to pack up and
Yeah, we're
everything.
done.
Yeah.
We're just packing up to get out of here.
We're gonna,
I didn't know you guys were having a meeting up
well,
here.
we're gonna start following y'all every week probably, so.
Oh, okay.
We'll try to not barge into it.
What do y'all do?
We have a little men's Bible study.
Oh, men's Bible study. Oh, well, if you come early, then you could do Toastmasters and learn how, and get leadership and speaking skills, and then do Bible study.
talk too much as it is.
Yeah, but see, there's a difference between talking and talking in a meaningful,
That's right, in hurtful ways.
a meaningful and powerful way.
I think you guys are gonna stay out of the room.
We got a big
No, I don't think that's what ever happened.
How you doing?
There's always the first.
Douglas? No idea.
Sir, how you
There's
doing?
some guys I know in the bar that are in Toastmasters.
Which bar you get to?